performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're.
And let's face it, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
2 and now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he lost the... And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take... They pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by a first back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. Comes this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Play action. It's Fields. Steps away. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 8 catches, 119 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
To his throw, caught by Gray. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. First catch for him on
bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Again, it's Achane. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Oh. All right, we're tagging. That's what we're doing. All right. We're tagging each other. Okay. Take the play about the previous man.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He's got everything.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Okay.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but
Your computer harder than the computer computing, by the way.
When you string them together.
A give, running right, Achane. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
You smell it? Oh, yeah. A little marinating in his lungs real quick. Yeah, awesome. I just saw with my hybrid. With my hammer in there, I have to swallow it. Huh? Man, you can't do it. This is luck for you, baby.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Sure.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England's offense set to go. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Devon Achane and the offense ready to go once again. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, Achane. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. The front office all smiles when the ink went dry on this new contract.
Not only them, how about the coaching staff? Because oftentimes the front office, the coaching, he's a guy that they needed to keep.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Tua. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tua, a final shot before half. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And they have gone to the break with the Panthers out in front. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bucs trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
In motion, Hill. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been a result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Now Hill to return it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now a handoff up the middle. Briscoe, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Give up the middle to Strong.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Pierre Strong, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Pierre Strong who finished things off with a touchdown run. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Fields.
Rolling to his left. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Waddle, the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Over the right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
They're going to put the flag up? They're going to fight him?
Like going to him in the slot, he catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Tua to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd down and 6 now. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A run now from Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ay, 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 ¿qué vamos a hacer, mi vida?
This is Achane. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.